Welcome, everyone. Yay, we are live. We are live today, and it's Friday. It is. It is. Jogging our memories. Mm. Neville Goddard has this cool technique. I don't even like using that word technique, but you know what? Don't sweat the technique, right? And this little technique that he does, he calls it I Remember When. Because if you look at us, naturally what we do, we reminisce. Do we not? Sometimes we'll sit there and reminisce about things. And we say to ourselves, I remember when dot, dot, dot. So he suggests that if you want to put yourself in a particular mood, you simply say to yourself, whatever that thing is that you are now becoming. If you say to yourself, oh, I remember when I could not. Because what does that imply? It implies that you can. That's why you're remembering the times when you could not. You see, we live from those places, those memories that we hold. That's where we live from. So, to remind ourselves what to do, because sometimes our memories are neither good, bad, nor indifferent. They just are memories that we have associated with something. You know, they're just memories, but we've given them so much weight. We're not watching the memory, we relive it. Yes, we relive that memory. So that's why when you say to yourself, I remember when, you are now putting yourself in a position of reliving. What are you reliving? The fact that you can, because you're remembering the time when you could not. And when you remember when you couldn't do something, I'll give you an example. My son made lasagna last night all by himself. I was at work, and he called me. He says, okay, Ma, now what do I do? And I just gave instructions because I'm at work. He had to answer phones, I said, baby, could you just hang on? And he said, I remember when I couldn't do this, Mom. I remember when I couldn't cook. I remember when I didn't know how to do this. He goes, it feels really good. And that triggered it right there. Because he's looking back at what he used to be from the place of what he has become. That's what we do. That is what we do when we reminisce and we go back in time in our memories. We recall. So if you know that when you recall something, you're recalling it from a place, what place are you recalling it from? What is your position? Your present position is what? I can do this or I can't do this. So whatever the present position is where you are living from. So that's why and how you make the present time always now. That's what we do. We make this present moment now. So when you pull a memory, because allegedly the brain doesn't know the difference between a past, present, or future. The brain doesn't know those images. But you, depending on where you are and what your mood is, you tell the brain what it's doing. This is how we can differentiate between the past, the present, and the future. But really, there is no difference between them. They're just simply memories. That's all they are. So that's how come you can bring a memory from somewhere and tell it where in time to be. And if you stay faithful to that memory that you brought to now in this position, you're teaching yourself to build always in the present moment. So when we say, I remember when, man, I remember. And my coworker came in yesterday with the baby. Oh, he's so teeny tiny. He's just so teeny tiny. And what did someone say? Well, I remember when you were just not even here yet. And she said, remember that week? Remember that week of just labor? Remember that week? I remember when you didn't come out yet. And where's she doing it from? The present moment. You see, that's how we live naturally. We always bring those memories forward in our mind's eye to right now, because there's only now. So when you say to yourself, oh, I remember, when you do that, you're now looking at that place from right now. And there's only ever the present moment. So that when you are jogging your memories, you know how you reminisce. Don't reminisce of what it was like because you're still doing it. Remember what it was like because you no longer do it. And if you do it from there, I remember when I was single. I remember when I was lonely. I remember when, because now you're looking back at it from the place of being in a relationship. And how do you do that? Why would you do it that way? Because you're showing yourself what you are becoming. That's all you're doing. You're showing yourself what you're becoming. And because you're showing yourself what you're becoming, we all know as within, so without. So what are you doing? When you say, I remember when I used to, ... You are seeing yourself in the present moment, doing what you want to be, doing what you are. So in essence, you're planting what you are. See, and when we say the power of life and death is in the tongue, that's what they mean. When you say, I remember, I remember how you hurt me. Uh-oh. What are you planting? You're planting the hurt because that's what you're remembering. But when you say, I remember when I used to, you are now feeling this present moment of what you have become, because that's the lens you're looking through. You're seeing yourself from a different perspective. I remember when I did not, because you're remembering from a place of now what? Doing, because you did not before, but you're doing it now though. So that's what you're seeing, that new you. But when we say, I remember how you hurt me, I remember how you You did this to me. I remember. Oh, look at where you're living from. The hurt, you're planting it all over again. So you see, the only difference between those two scenarios, what is it? That you have become what you wanted to become, as opposed to remaining as you are. Well, Angela, I don't get it. I don't get what you mean. Okay, go back. Because it's what we do. We go back in our memories. Remember that time when ... dot, dot, dot. And as soon as you say, remember that time, you feel it. Depending on what you recalled, you feel it. Do you not? I'll tell you, I remember when I got my results from my exam. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember when I got those results. You see, that's what we do when we complain. In the present moment, we walk in the past hurt. So the thing felt is the thing experienced. Well, you wouldn't be feeling it if you weren't experiencing it. Your body is registering that moment. So when Neville says to you, make there here, because if you separate it and say your accomplishment will come, your accomplishment is soon here, it means in this present moment that it does not exist. You want it to exist right here and right now. So when you tell yourself, I remember when I didn't, but look at me now. Look at me now. I did it. I accomplished it. What did you do? Accomplished. Past tense. Past tense. You did it. You did it. That place from I did it is a very potent place. Because now that is the mental image or mental attitude that you hold. And as within, so without. The joy of having done it. Because the thing felt is the thing experienced. So if you feel your accomplishment, if you feel your accomplishment, this is what step 2 is. Experience in imagination what you would be doing in reality. It is a memory, one that you're planting now so that you can recall it later. That's what you're doing because you're being deliberate about it. You are deliberately planting this memory so that you can relive it over and over by way of that experience. It's what we do. So I know sometimes when we are jogging our memories and we go into that place, pay attention to what you are bringing forward from that place. Because what you bring forward is what you will experience. As within, so without. You're not bringing it forward into thin air. It is in your bosom and it makes you feel. Thereby you have planted the seed. So jog your memory. Jog it. I remember when I could not, but look at me now. In that Earth, Wind, and Fire, you remember. Da, 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 remember? Yeah, he's recalling that beautiful moment. It is what we do. We jog our memories on a daily basis. It's just a matter of perspective. Because both of those things are in the imagination. That's what memory is. It's inside the imagination. It is a mental image. So the same way that you can pull up the mental image from past discomfort, you can pull up a mental image. You can pull up a mental image of what you want to be instead. So the next time that you're jogging your memories, begin to experience in imagination what you would be doing in reality. Because it too, the more you practice it, it too will become a memory that you can pull up at any time. And really and truly, a memory is just a mental image. It is just a mental image. And because we identify it with the past, because we judge it based upon how it made us feel, we judge it. Don't judge, remember. Because judging blinds the eye and deafens the ear. So don't judge the moment as, oh, that was a good one. Oh, that was a bad one. No, 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 no. Just judge it as simply what? It's an observation. Now, why is observation important? Operation observation. That's what we're going to call it. Operation observation. When we observe, it's almost as if we create this slight separation. But Angela, aren't we whole? Yes, we're whole. But when you observe, something, you will begin to watch yourself doing that thing, and you'll begin to recognize that the observer and the observed exist together. Oh, yes. So when you say, I remember when, you're now saying, I observed this thing. Who observed it? I. So that when you want to change, you simply observe what you're doing. You don't judge it, you just watch it. Watch it. And as you begin to watch it, you begin to see that, wait, I'm watching myself do this thing. And as you watch yourself do it, you realize you are conditioning yourself to be something. It is a sense of fascination, you know. Watch these youngsters as they begin to observe themselves and they realize that they have hands. They realize that they have feet. They're like, whose feet are these? Whose hands are these? That's what observation does. It shows you what you're doing, but it shows you that you are doing it. So I remember when is taking the role of observer. You are the observer. That's why when Neville says there'd be a particular scene, there'd be something that you would do that proves to you that you have accomplished your dream. There's something you would do. So he's telling you to watch yourself. What would you be doing? In order for you to know what you'd be doing, you have to watch. And you'd say, oh, I would be doing this if I were the man or the woman I wanted to be. So then when you say, I remember when I could not, but look at me now. I remember when people used to talk about me, but I pulled a Bonnie Raitt. I gave them something to talk about. I became phenomenal. And now they really can't stop talking about me. I remember when I saw your face from across the room. I remember when I first met you. You see the difference in what it feels like? That's why it has to be something you would be doing naturally. Because it's the thing that you would say to yourself if you said, I remember when. It's the thing you would say naturally. That way, because when we say, I remember when, we're not pretending. You're not faking it. You're literally, well, I remember when. Because that's the thing that you were doing naturally back then. So if you want to change your life, step one, because we're going to jog our memories now in the here and now. Step one, identify where you presently are. Observe where you are at. Without judgment. What would judgment look like? Oh my God, you're doing this again. Maybe my mother was right. Maybe my father was right. I'm never going to be anybody. Judgment. That's what it feels like. So observe. You say, oh, I'm doing this thing right now. You feel the air as it comes in your nostrils. It's slightly cool. And when you exhale, it is warm. And you feel it. You feel what your robe feels like against your skin. You just feel what that present moment feels like. Just feel it. You don't have to like the way it makes you feel. You don't have to love the way it makes you feel. Just observe that you are feeling. See, that is step one. Step two is experience in imagination. Experience in your mental images what you would be doing if you were the man or the woman you wanted to be. Experience it right here and now, because that's what you're doing. You're got it in your mind's eye. Don't judge it. Just experience it in your mind's eye. And step three, you know the inevitable outcome of constantly ruminating on something and turning it over and over in your mind's eye. Good, bad, or indifferent. What you give your attention and focus to, it ripens and you will have to eat it. So you better make sure that the fruit or the experience you want to have is sweet. You ever bit into a sun-kissed mango. Mm, it is warm and juicy. Oh, yeah. That's all you gotta do right there. See, and it invokes a feeling for you, whether you've done it or whether you haven't done it. You're like, oh, that does sound intriguing. But you begin to experience it in your mind's eye. And you watch yourself as you experience it and you feel the feelings of it. You feel the sensations of it. Because that's what registers for your body. And once the body feels something, a neurological pathway has just begun to set itself down. You ever hear those people talking about quote unquote love at first sight? And they said, I saw you and I felt. That is one heck of a first impression. Because impression, it's like a hot branding iron. The impression has been left. So whatever that thing that you would be doing is, let it leave its impression in your mind's eye. No, that's all it is. Let it do that for you. Because that's what you're doing naturally. Every time you jog that memory of yours, you go back to that initial place where that first impression was made. And you relive it all over again. So you might as well generate your own mental image that leaves the desired impression upon yourself. Because you already know how to do that. You already know how to do it. Because that's how you've been living this whole time. But do it deliberately. Over and over again, over and over again. Because that's what you do when you ruminate. You're replaying it over and over again. So just replay this one, the new one, and let it take a hold of you until it becomes a memory. Because now that memory becomes what? The experience. And you didn't have to force it. You didn't have to fake your way through it at all. You just did what you naturally do. So you see, my beautiful friends, observe yourself as you jog your memories. Watch how you respond to those memories. Because the way you respond to the memory is what? The experience you will have. So just, like I always say, just pull a mystical. Watch yourself. That's all you gotta do. Just observe. Just like you were watching that person. I'm just observing this child of mine become more confident. I'm just watching it unfold. And he says, Ma, I'm looking forward to the next time I make it. I'm going to do some slightly different things to get it perfect. And I said, well, the only way you could do that is because you did it. And now you're looking back at it and looking at all the things you want to do with it. Because you can do it now. You see, my beautiful friends, if you practice that, your peace of mind grows. Because you're learning yourself now. You know what you're capable of. So you get peace of mind. Because you're like, I can do this. Because I remember when I couldn't. And you get that peace of mind. And then you get confidence that just emerges from that place. So now, once you deliberately practice forming your memories, you will get the confidence to say within yourself, well, I did this, and I can do it again. I did this. Oh, I know you can hear him. Slightly, you can hear him. That's 30 plus decibels. Ooh. Yes. Because I remember the first time he did it. And I remember how it shocked me. I remember how it shocked me. I was like, that's what I did. I said, you're a boy. I said, you're a boy. And then I kissed him. I remember when. I remember when I met him. Yes. See, we do it naturally. So test yourselves to see that you're doing it right. And how would you know if you're doing it right? Because you're getting the desired result. Right? This is how you change your life, my beautiful friends. By acknowledging where you are, then deciding and being deliberate about what action you want to do to prove to yourself that you became this man or woman you wanted to be. And you rehearse it over and over and over again in your mind's eye. Because you know the inevitable outcome of rehearsal. Performance. You'll do it. That's the outcome. It's performance. So there you got your peace of mind. You've got your confidence. You have your surety of self. See? Something begins to rise within you when you do that. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a very beautiful day. Our lovely Miss McQueen is the birthday girl. Oh, happy birthday to you. Because that's how Delight would do it. Delight would break into song. Delight would break into birthday song for you. So that's what it is. And today, as you go through this day, birthday girl, know, K-N-O-W, know that you're loved and appreciated and thought of often. Just know that. Just know it. Because you are. Don't worry about, but this person, you give credence to the ones that do love you, dearest, because that is what is important. Yes, and many, many, many more returns of beauty as you begin to awaken in this beautiful new place that you're walking in. Indeed, darling, indeed. Now, who's all here today in this birthday spirit? Who's here? Well, they didn't make themselves known in these YouTube and Facebook streets, but I see you. Twitters for the replay gang. Wasn't even a little bit singing happy birthday to you. He sure is. Who's on fan base this morning with us? The birthday girl. Sometimes I wish we had sound emojis here on fan base, but all in due time, I suppose. Big Mike is here too. KZ. Yadin? Ah, ah, I see you. Welcome to the space. Ah, Burnt Skillet is in the house. I see you. And one Keenan, I see you. Krisha, darling, I see you too. Listen, I gotta buy some more hearts so we can drop some birthday love. But be encouraged to drop some birthday love on Miss McQueen today. In thought, in word, and in deed. Okay, okay. When you see her in these fan base streets, you give love. Indeed. So, my beautiful friends, go forth today. And as we observe ourselves, jog that memory of beautiful things. Indeed. Um, Let me pop into the chat real quick and make sure. There you go. Yes. See? There it is. Because I'm sure I will be in these fan base streets a little bit later today for that sole purpose, right? Just to see the birthday girl some more. Anyway, I do love you all. And I look forward to seeing you again on Monday, right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, fan base. Indeed, I do. I look forward to it. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wonder what memories will come out of today when we jog them. I wonder. This is exciting. It is very exciting. Anywho, countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love to each and every one of you today. Enjoy this day. Enjoy it.